All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Rum Runners Podcast, where we drink rum and talk about stuff. I am Jared.
I forgot.
He forgot his name, so you will be Seth.
Rick James.
How about Tyrone? Be
Roscoe
Tyrone.
Jenkins.
Be Roscoe Jenkins. This is my co-host Roscoe Jenkins, so welcome him. So we are here for another week of reacting to funny and weird. Roscoe, stop it. Funny and weird current events from all around the world. I can say all around the world because some of the stories that I picked today actually are from other countries. We're not an ASMR channel. It's not going to catch on. We're not good at it either.
But it might catch up.
Fucking weird. Okay. Would you like to tell everybody what we are drinking?
The same shit as last time.
What if someone didn't see last week's episode?
Well, nobody saw last week's episode. Because you did a bad job.
I did a bad job. Roscoe Jenkins is the head of our social media department.
Roscoe Jenkins.
It's just Leroy Jenkins.
I'm more creative than to steal something from the internet.
Yeah, of course.
Changed it to Roscoe.
I'm glad to know. So we're drinking. Do you want to say it in Spanish again? Or do you want to say it in English?
I already forgot how to say it in Spanish.
It's a tormenta negra, also known as.
I'm going to hit you so hard in your face for being a dork. Stop. It's
Also
done. We already said it.
known
It's already
as-
said. It's already said. All right, so let's
We
talk
have a
about...
whole bunch of non-Spanish speaking people just being like, I'm confused.
¿Dónde
I'm on
está la biblioteca? En
A
la
la
biblioteca
de la
donde
piscina.
es la inglés y español diccionario.
Okay.
¿Sí?
You're not very good at Spanish.
Paco?
Okay, before this gets racist, do you want to jump straight into the stories, or do you have
It's your
anything
duck
that...
thing.
It's ¿Dónde está Paco? Paco está en la biblioteca. ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? La biblioteca está a la derecha de la piscina.
Wasn't there something with ducks?
And then Patos está en la piscina. And say, Paco comen los hamburguesas con queso. Patos no comen los hamburguesas con queso.
That's with cheese.
Yes, it's basically, where is Paco? Paco's in the library. But where is the library? The library is to the right of the pool. Ducks are in the pool.
It's an unnecessary description.
There's a lot of people that don't speak Spanish.
They don't need to.
Ducks are in the pool.
There's subtitles
Paco.
on YouTube now. They're really, really
But
close.
no, like literally
They're so
it'll
close.
say speaking Spanish, or it just won't put anything.
We should just do this all in Spanish.
This would be the worst podcast ever. It'd be us asking Siri how to say things
Rum
and then
Runners?
repeating it poorly.
Rum Runnas goes Spanish.
Rum Runners goes
Y-
Spanish.
Uno, dos, tres.
Es un
Mi amo
mal-
es Roscoe Jenkins.
Mi amo es Jared.
¿Cómo estás?
Bien, bien.
Vámonos muy bien.
Vámonos, chicos, es tarde.
Sí.
Habla con current events. I don't know how to say current events in Spanish. I'm a terrible Hispanic.
AIDS.
I'm so... Jesus Christ.
Now I can make a t-shirt.
Roscoe's entire reason for being is to say things so that he can put it on a t-shirt. That's what it is.
Yeah, I fired a warning shot, but deaf kids don't hear warning shots.
Look for that on a limited release once our sales increase. And the reason we're saying that is because we can tell people now. I know I put it up in the last video, but if you're new here, we have merchandise. We have a Teespring.
I don't know the words you're talking.
You wouldn't, because you failed science. Or biology. What did you say last time? You failed biology?
I don't know, man. A lot of classes.
You didn't go to school. You just didn't show up.
Hey, man, I was in Who's Who of American high school students 2 years in a row.
What is Who's Who of American high school students?
I don't know. It's a thing. They put your picture in a book.
Is that only in New Jersey that book
No.
is around?
No. You don't know Who's Who's is? They do a lot of them.
No. Nope.
Oh man.
Nope. I've never heard of it before. If anybody has heard of it before, let me know. What years did you get into it?
2002 and 2003.
Okay, if in 2002 and 2003, if you saw Kyle in the who's who of, was it American high school students or just high school students?
Yeah, but it's just who's who of America, and then there's a bunch of different things.
Okay, then.
It's like the Guinness World Book of Records for being awesome.
Was it this kid never shows up to school?
Listen, fuck
and then
your
you got it
whole
again
family.
the second year?
I hope you get AIDS.
That's just mean. That's mean-spirited.
Well, I'm on a roll of saying that today. Amanda got super mad because I was playing Fortnite, and I was all like, I hope your whole family gets cancer. And she's like, don't say stuff like that. I'm like, too late?
I mean, you did say it already, but that's still super fucked up. And the fact that you were playing Fortnite anyway is ridiculous. Apex Legends trumps.
It's the same.
Fortnite.
It's the same game.
It's not the same game.
You're right, because in Fortnite, there's modes where you don't just die, and you can keep going.
You can die and keep going in Apex Legends
you don't
if you have a competent team. If you have a competent team, you can be brought back.
I know. I'm the world's greatest hero. If that was actually like an award,
I will give that to you that you
brought
did.
Back so
you
many
did
people.
save my life on multiple occasions, and
All of the
I have
times.
thanked you for that
All of the time.
many, many times. Why are you looking at cars?
Listen,
Especially cars that we will not be able to afford.
that's not true.
ever.
I'm gonna buy a Lamborghini.
Good to know. Okay, let's jump into the current events. We're going to start local because I actually have two.
I'm gonna
So-
get a Lamborghini Urus.
Okay, would you like to start very local or sort of local?
I want to start so local it's in my pants.
All right, then. So, Northampton, what is it? Yeah, it's a Northampton area school district. Bus full of students was stranded when the bus driver pulled over and walked off. Just quit in the middle of driving the kids home from school. And on top of that, was charged with a DUI
How do
because
you
he was
get charged with
doing that
DUI if You're
drunk.
not driving anymore
Because he discontinued driving.
because he was responsible.
But I mean, he did pick up the kids first and drive them for a while and decide, I'm done with this shit. I'm leaving. I'm too drunk to drive these little shits around. I need to walk it off and go home.
No, that dude needs to nut up, man. I was able to deliver pizzas that way.
As we stated at the end of the last episode, don't drink and drive, just Uber. But
Unless you're a
elaborate.
pizza
Go on.
guy.
Go on.
Nope. That's as far as that needs to go.
Okay, then.
I mean, how do you elaborate on? I got so drunk that the next day I woke up, went to work, looked at the ground, was like, "Why is the lines moving?" And then go, "Oh,
Dude, this was in Bath.
wait, what?"
He pulled over
That was very close to us.
into the Sunoco gas station parking lot on 512 and 248. I know exactly where that is.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. So he pulled into that parking lot and just went, fuck it.
Fuck
I'm leaving.
you.
I wonder if he went to the strip club after that.
He went to Fox's.
It doesn't state where he went.
That's because that's where he started.
He started at the strip club, went and picked up the kids, went, you know what? Titties. Titties were way better than these
You know
little
what? In
shits.
Northampton, at least one of those girls he picked up from the strip club. She was on her way to class. You said high school seniors or
High school.
18?
I wasn't.
Some are. I was like 16.
Yeah, so was I. The beginning of my senior year. It looks like that looked bad. Stop, please. Stop. Now it just looks weird. Now it's just weird. But yeah, so it's just we were freaking out. We didn't know if she was it was a she. We totally assumed that the bus driver was a male.
I never assumed any genders.
You said he was probably coming from the strip club. I mean, she might have been coming from the strip club. We don't know.
Now you're assuming that her gender is she. What if she identifies as a he? You don't know. So I like to mix my pronouns. I just throw in he, she, they, and see which one sticks.
Let's just throw it against the wall and see which one sticks.
The labia wall.
And there goes our allyhood. But yeah, so this was just interesting to me because I was fucking terrible to a bunch of bus drivers. Can you stop making excess noise that I have to worry about later in the editing process?
You can't hear that.
I might. I don't know.
If you can't hear me talking from here, you can't hear that.
I don't know. It's a very loud noise. I can hear it through the headphones.
I can hear it through my balls. What did you do to bus drivers, Jared? I don't know why you're making this such a prolonged
You're an audio nightmare for editing. You know that, right? Oh my god, you're like a fucking...
And I just chugged a Rockstar right when I got to your house.
You're
I'm
like
amped
a fucking
up out of
mongoose
nowhere.
on meth.
It's like 11 o'clock, and I'm like just full of caffeines and bull semen.
Then balance it out with alcohols. Okay. Basically,
Bus drivers.
yes, stop with the fucking whisper. So when I was in grade school, we had a bus driver that we loved. He was amazing. He was a great guy, and mainly we loved him because we were like, hey, can you just do whatever us, like 10-year-olds tell you to do? And he'd be like, yeah,
And
sounds good.
But like the payment was like he would stop in like an abandoned parking lot somewhere.
No.
And you guys would have to do whatever he told you to do for a little bit.
No. Trust me, this story is gonna get weird enough on its own.
It still ends with you getting molested?
No, it doesn't end with me getting molested, but
Oh,
the
that
story
wasn't this
will
time?
the story will get weird enough on its own.
Molesty
So, like this bus driver, there was like a really, really bad storm. They let school out early. He picked us up, and where I live, where I lived at the time, there was even more hills than there currently are. So on one of the streets that we normally go down, there was a dip. Stop it. There was a dip, and that completely filled with water.
Dip.
And it was deep enough to make cars float away, as we found out afterwards. But our bus driver was like,
How fast
we
did he hit
can't,
it?
no,
508
he
miles
said,
an hour?
we cannot go through this.
What a liar.
To which we then went, hey, it'd be cool. You should go through. And he went, I have to be responsible. I'm responsible for all of your safety. And we then replied with, well, we're asking you to. So
me.
the safe thing to do would be to do what we say. To which his response was, I guess. So he listened to a bunch of 10-year-olds who were honestly the worst kids in school no matter what, because we were known as the worst kids in school. And he accelerated through it.
It's a weird brag. But
And
okay.
and literally the fucking tires came up off the ground. Jesus Christ, man, that sounded like death.
Just wait.
That's bad. It's going to be even worse in a
Death
bit,
comes for us
because
all.
this is a completely sealed off fucking room. Thank you. But yeah, so we floated across. Like, we felt the tires come up off the ground. Fucking, you literally have zero self-control. None. Zero. When you hear where this story is going, you're going to be like, oh, wow, that really came out of nowhere. But as of right now, you're just like, this isn't about me, so I don't give a shit, because the universe is about Kyle.
I'm just waiting for that part where you're like, and then he touched my penis.
That's not where the story's going.
Yet.
So, this is the guy that we were like, this guy's amazing. Well, he was sick one day, and we got another bus driver. This bus driver honestly did absolutely nothing to
The
us.
story doesn't end with the giant puddle.
No. So this guy did absolutely
How do you
nothing.
float a bus?
Um,
How is the bus not tall enough to go through the puddle without it being a problem? Did he flood the engine? Because if it's floating, it should have.
I don't know.
Also, cars aren't buoyant.
It was bad.
You're making this up.
No, I'm not. There's multiple people on that bus that can tell you that we legitimately for a moment thought we were going to die. We were like, we even apologized afterwards.
Did you do a barrel roll?
No. We said to him, we were like, hey, that was,
Buses are made to do
we're
barrel
like,
rolls.
that was bad on us. And he was like, yeah, it was. And we're like, you probably shouldn't listen to 10-year-olds anymore. And then we went and sat back in our seats.
And then he was like, watch me do a burnout. And you were like, yeah. And then he gave you cigars and beer.
No. So this other substitute bus driver that didn't do anything to us, there was no reason that we should have been assholes to him other than the fact that he wasn't our favorite bus driver. He came on, and we immediately went, okay, let's make this guy's life hell for the entire ride.
So this is where you get molested.
We kept screaming that he looked like a child molester. We kept screaming that he had molester eyes. To the end,
and then he pulled into the abandoned lot, and
he did pull over. He did pull over, and we all went, "Is there enough of us that we could fight an adult?" Like
took his belt off.
That's the only thing that we were thinking. But because we were going and we were just yelling, and every time he'd be like, "I'm gonna need you guys to be quiet," we were like, "You have molester eyes, so we don't listen to people with molester eyes."
The fuck are molester eyes?
We were.
You molest with your fingers.
We were 10 years old. That was the best that we had.
Yeah, you were about to find out, though.
So we just kept doing this to this guy. And then he was like, I swear to God, if you don't be quiet, I'm going to take this bus and I'm going to drive to my depot and I'm going to take you all to see my boss. To which our response was, oh no, Mr. Bus Driver, don't take us to see your boss. And we're like, isn't that kidnapping? So you're a molester and a kidnapper? And that pissed him off even more. And then he said, I swear he's like, if you guys yell one more time, I'm going to stop this bus. And we were like, all right, we won't yell then. So very quietly from a seat ahead of me, you just hear, row, row, row your boat gently down the street. So we turned it into a round, and the entire bus in a round, so, offset slightly, was singing row, row, row your boat. And you could just see him shaking. Like, he was fucking shaking. And I was the last stop, which I didn't think about when I was doing everything. So I got up. I got off multiple stops early, and he was like, so why are you getting off now? He's like, I know this isn't your stop. And I go, we have a project I gotta work on a project.
How did the substitute bus driver know where your stop is? How do bus drivers know where your stop is?
He just knew that there was another stop, and there was 2 kids left on the bus, and both of those kids were now getting off. So he was like, why?
Maybe one didn't come.
He just assumed, and it was kind of creepy.
I don't know.
So
I think bus drivers do know.
They might.
I had incidents like that.
Yeah. But
on buses I didn't belong.
Yes, you did. Well, I'll let you get to that right after this. So we made that guy's life a living hell, to the point where I think he might have quit.
Why is yours so loud? Do I need to yell loud?
It's because I'm a quarter of an inch away, and you're 5 inches away.
Ow.
Yeah, see, there's a difference. So we graduated 8th grade. We went on to high school. So whatever. There's a ceremony. So we went on to high school.
An R. Kelly song playing.
Did have an R. Kelly song.
I graduated my middle school to R. Kelly.
It's the remix edition, man. But so we then find out 2 years later. So we're now sophomores in high school, and somebody gets back to us and they go, "Hey, you remember our bus driver?" And we're like, yeah, he was awesome.
Good old molester ass.
Well, no, not him. Even though we all did still talk about that ride, because it was the most ridiculous thing that we ever did, that we broke a grown man, mostly by singing row, row, row your boat. That's what sent him over the fucking edge. He was going homicidal at that point.
It took you a whole busload of people to break an authority figure at school.
That's true.
It took only me.
Your stories make you seem like you might possibly be the devil when it comes to making authority figures want to die.
Graduate you.
Yeah, graduate you or that. But no, so it turns out that our bus driver, not molester eyes, our regular bus driver that we all thought was amazing, was being fired because of molesting girls on the bus.
I knew it. I called that at the beginning.
Yeah.
That's why I told you guys tell him what to do, because he was like waiting for that one day when he was like, "Yeah."
It was only girls on the bus. It was the 7th and 8th grade girls.
How do you just have a bus of girls?
No, he was doing that just to the 7th. He wasn't molesting everybody on the bus. It wasn't like he pulled over and he was like,
"How is there a busload that was just
it's molestation time?"
You know what?
I think he just, from what I heard,
maybe the guys just
he got creepy with them and apparently got off at
Yeah,
their
dude.
stops with them, like stop the bus and like open the
Walk
door,
them
and when
to
they
the
got off,
doors?
yeah, and then he got off, and then tried to get off.
He was getting he was like taking him. He was like, "I'll walk you to your door." Row. And walked them to their doors.
Yep. He went merrily down the stream. But I just think it's hilarious that
Too far.
the guy.
You went too far. It started with me just automatically assuming that your bus drivers were molesters. And I was right, but still,
Yes.
I was guessing way before it got to that.
I just think it's funny that the one that we said was a molester, for all intents and purposes, wasn't.
He probably was. He was a bus driver.
It's just all bus drivers are either drunks that walk out on students or molesters.
He probably molested people.
So what about your story about bus drivers? What did you do?
I don't know. I didn't get molested, so
You're just-
it's not the same.
There's no molestation.
I was a
in mine,
walker, so I didn't belong on buses, and I also didn't know, like from your story, that bus drivers were aware of who was on their buses. So when I was in high school, I would just get on my girlfriend's bus and take it to her house. And then there was a day when she wasn't there. We both called out sick, and I was like, "Well, how am I going to get to your house?" So I went to school after the school ended, and got on the bus, and had it take me there. And then I heard the bus driver like, there's this one girl, and she brings her boyfriend on the bus, and she was super mad about it. I'm sitting right behind her, like, yeah, that's me.
Did you say that's me?
No.
Or you were just like, I feel like this ride will end.
I was actually sick, but I just needed a way there, and I wasn't going to walk that day.
So it's better than public transportation.
Yeah, it was better than paying for a bus, and it was better than walking. So I snuck in, and then I heard her bitching about me, and I'm like, yo, she doesn't know who I am, though. Like, how are you? Either she does,
so
or
you
she
know?
did, and she, knew to, complain.
Like she was passive-aggressively.
Passively aggressive, get off the bus. And I was like, I'm gonna when you take me to the place I'm going.
When you take me to the stop that I need to go to, I will get the fuck off your bus, and I will learn nothing from this experience and
never
continue
stop
doing
me.
it.
I would randomly take that bus all the time, and I didn't know that I wasn't allowed because
You're not
I didn't
supposed
know
to.
there
But
was rules.
I've taken other people's buses. Like, I would just go hang out with my friends, and I would just hop on their bus.
Turns out you're not supposed to just take buses.
You're not supposed to. We got yelled at in high school for that.
That's where I did it.
And they were like, what was their reasoning? They said, oh, it's a security concern. And we're like, well, we need to go to this person's house for schoolwork that you gave us. And we're 14.
We're his bodyguards. So it is for security purposes we need to go.
So we need to get there somehow. And they're like, well, you need a note. And we're like, we just got the assignment today. There was no assignment. But, we were just saying, we just got the assignment today. How am I going to get a note?
Hey, I was a 15-year-old kid going to his girlfriend's house. I had an assignment.
All right, then.
Man, don't listen to this one.
Yeah.
She's already going to get mad because you made me bring that up, just in general, because I've never snuck onto a bus I wasn't supposed to be on for her. I mean, I had a car.
You had a car at that point. Would you have snuck onto a bus for your now wife?
No, she lived really far away. I hated buses. I remember one time being like, oh, man, I'll just take the bus to the mall. And it's like a 10-minute drive from my house. And 3.5 hours later, I made it. I'm like, why do buses take so long?
That was an easy layup for you. I was like, let me have him say something where it could just be really nice and have him say something nice about his wife. And your exact reaction was, would you do this for your wife? Heck no.
Hell no.
It was really far away.
Yo, bro, buses take a really long time to get to short distances.
They do. So do trains, but I still want to take them. Just a cooler method of transportation.
No. Trains are dumb.
I want to take a train across the country.
That's a dumb idea.
It's not dumb.
It's so dumb.
It's awesome.
57 people die on a train every day.
No, they don't.
500 people die on a train every day.
No, they don't. Look up the stat while I go on to the next story. How about that?
On to the next one. On to the next one.
So this one is also in Pennsylvania. This is in Dover, Pennsylvania. I don't know exactly where Dover is, but this was there. There is a emu loose and evading captors in Dover, Pennsylvania.
Dover? I've been Dover before in Pennsylvania. 16 people die a day on trains.
What you just said was not very good.
What did
You
I say?
just said, I've been Dover before in Pennsylvania. And the fact that your biggest fear about living in Pennsylvania was being raped by mountain people.
Listen, you redneck hillbilly people. It's true.
Okay. Well, basically what happened was there was
16 people die a day on trains.
How many people die in car-related things?
I don't know. I just
A
made
day.
that up. It says 16 people were killed by trains
That's like hit by
in
a train.
2014.
They were hit by a train.
It was also the whole year. I just needed
Or had a heart attack on a train.
No.
You just needed to give a
by
stat.
trains.
So they were hit
Killed
by
by
trains.
trains.
That's what it was. They were hit by a train. Which has to be a shit way to die.
I don't even understand how you get hit by a train.
It's on purpose. It has to be on purpose.
No, man. I knew people that got hit by trains by accident.
And they were like, it was an accident, or they were dead.
Well, they were dead.
Yeah, so how do you
But
know it
other
was an
people
accident?
survived.
That
They were with
person just
people.
killed themselves and just went, oh no, my foot's
A
stuck.
train.
Oh, no. I will never be able to get out of
Train's
the
all like,
way.
Ka-toot, toot. And he's all like, oh no.
Their friends are like, move out of the way. And he's like, no, I will never. This
Save
is so
yourself.
sudden. Oh my goodness. Run away. Tell my story
It's
about
not that
this
they
accident.
don't move fast. It's just that, like, you can see them.
And hear them.
So that 45 miles an hour they're going, you've got about
And feel them.
an hour to see, like, till it gets to you from when you see it
Yeah.
and hear it.
And feel it.
No, because once you feel it, you're dead.
No, you can feel the ground rumbling.
No, that's not the train. That's the ground rumbling. Once you feel the train, you're dead.
True.
It's too late.
Very true. The vibrations caused by train. That's what I was talking about.
Vibrations caused by train?
Vibration caused by train.
So, like,
Feel the vibration.
no,
It's such a sweet something.
I was more like, she don't smoke. Wait, that's me. Wait, that's not how the words go.
There
Fuck
you
you,
go.
train!
She smokes a pack a day.
Yeah.
Hey, that's me. But anyway,
Oh, I feel the vibrations.
does he say feel the vibrations
No,
in
I
that
do.
song?
It makes
Or
me
you're just
feel the
saying because of
vibrations.
train?
Yeah, train makes
Okay.
me feel the vibrations in my pants.
I love how you went straight to like Meet Virginia. Like
That's the only song I
Meet
know.
Virginia.
There's other songs by them.
I can't wait to meet Virginia.
You're fucking so many words.
See,
in this
here's the
song.
thing. I've come to realize this. Copyright infringement is only when you're doing it well enough that people would be able to be like, that's a cover or that's something like that. If you're doing it really badly, people are just like, you're just shitty and no one would want to hear that.
Plus, we fucked it up the first 3.5 times.
Yeah. I started at halfway through the bridge. Nobody wants to hear halfway through Meet Virginia.
You don't even know why I laughed, which is the best part.
I don't.
Because in my mind, I just imagined meet MEAT Virginia. And I was like, nobody wants to meet the meaty Virginia. And I was like,
Oh
my
my
brain
God.
is off right now.
Very
All I've
much
done
so.
today was play video games, then chug a rock star and come here.
All right. So how do you feel about emus?
Fuck emus.
I was hoping you'd say
Actually,
that.
you
Because you can
did you
hunt
never
down this
hear
emu.
the story of like the ostrich problem that I had, where one like tried to attack me at a zoo?
No.
Fuck emus.
Emus are not ostriches. But okay, continue
Same
with that.
bird.
Continue
Same-
with this story.
I was just at the zoo.
I need a
looking at
detailed
these-
recount.
Just looking at these ostriches / emus. I don't know what it was. Anyway, they look the same to me.
Did it look like this?
Dude, they all look the same.
Did it look like this?
Dude, they all look the same. Ostriches and emus are like the same animal, but no, it looked more like an ostrich.
Okay, so it was an ostrich.
This ostrich /
So
emo
you're
looked
just so
more
you're
like
just
an
racist against all flightless birds. I got you. Do you hate penguins also?
I mean, they all look the same. you tell me the difference between an emperor penguin and like we went to a place and they're like, these are blue penguins, and I was like, no, they're not.
Like, these are just penguins.
They're black.
these
Like,
are
where's the
penguins.
blue one? I went there and I was like imagining like bright blue penguins, and they were not.
I mean, you can tell the difference between like an emperor penguin and like a rock hopper.
Yeah, because a rock hopper is called a frog.
A rock hopper is a hopper penguin.
Rock
A rock hopper penguin. And it has like feathers coming out of its forehead.
It's a dumb place for feathers. They don't even have feathers. Don't you know that? Penguins don't have feathers.
But a rock hopper penguin does.
Anyway, so I was at this zoo and I was all like, what up,
Which
Mr.
zoo?
Ostrich? I don't remember Philly.
Oh
Whatever.
my God, that's
I
a
don't
big
know.
zoo. You could have sued.
I don't know. He didn't actually attack me. He was just being a cunt.
Oh.
So I'm all like, what up, Ostrich? How you doing? And I kept putting my fingers in it. It kept trying to bite me. And then it chased me. Everywhere I went, it was chasing me down, trying to get through the fence to get me. And I was like, yo, fuck you, Ostrich. And it was all like, no, fuck you. And then we were like in this epic battle. Me and this
No, fuck
fucking
you, no,
ostrich.
fuck you, no, fuck you.
Man, fuck that ostrich. That ostrich can die and become hamburgers. I don't give a fuck.
So your mortal nemesis is that fucking ostrich.
Now I'm going to make a shirt that says, fuck that ostrich.
There you go. Fuck, you gotta write it down. Write that shit
I'm
down.
not your nurse.
Fuck that ostrich. But yeah, so no, this emu apparently was spotted in a front yard
Yeah, it was a spot.
just outside. No. I've said it before. I've said it again. It's like dealing with an infant. But they were spotted in a yard, and apparently it was just like following some guy around. And the guy was like, I was nervous because it's
spell
really big.
ostrich?
OSTRICH.
I was so close.
Ostrich.
I only didn't have the CH.
You had ostrich?
I had everything but the CH.
That's how you spelled ostrich? Was ostrich?
I got all the way to the CH and I was like, what's next? I was clearly
What did
already.
you think
I don't know.
might have been next?
It's like running a race, getting to the finish line. I'm like, I don't know where to go.
Literally in front of the... Be like, run through the ribbon.
Where is it? Show me. You show me.
You show me how to cross the finish line, and then I'll just get it.
Then I would still be like, wait, what? But the thing's gone. Put it back.
See, I can't do what you did because you broke the tape.
You broke it. Now it's different. I just need to know where to
I
go.
need to know exactly what to do. But no, so
I think we should do something like that. We should go like run like a marathon or something. Get to the finish line. I'm like, whoa, 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 wait, and then just walk across. Just surprise
I love
everybody.
how you say that like we wouldn't be at the end of the pack.
Who said that we weren't cheating? Who said that we didn't just come until like, just like drive to the end
Just put
and then like
a fake thing, splash ourselves with water, and then just be like
just
okay,
pop in at
okay,
like the last
okay,
like
okay,
10 feet.
okay.
Just like
These two fat guys are winning this race.
they'd be like, where the fuck did they come from? They weren't here at all ever. And like our numbers are like a picture of a dick and like
Balls.
just no shirt at all. Just no shirt. Like just have like the letter 1 spray painted on your boobs. Both of them. So it's an
Okay.
11.
This got really weird. All
I'll
right.
get that dick tattoo that fucking Brock Lesnar has painted on my chest.
Giant dick sword.
Yeah.
You wanna
like
have a
giant
dick sword?
Dick sword.
Okay, so another reason why I added this is remember when yesterday not yesterday.
Let's go bow hunting an ostrich. How far is that?
Dover? I don't know. Look it up.
Nah.
But apparently he was following somebody around like a dog. He was a bit nervous. He didn't want to startle it. But he didn't really feel threatened by it. But the police showed up. So he wasn't
You're
threatened.
just like,
He's
dude,
like,
if a dog follows me around, I feel threatened by it.
he's like, I'm uncomfortable right now, but it doesn't have teeth.
Do you think you just want like, hi, stop that.
I'd like to think he did. But remember when
Dude,
we were
why did
talking
he
about,
choke it out? That bitch that fucking killed that lion all bitch way. He could have killed this ostrich.
He totally could have, but that was a
Although
different
an
state.
ostrich's neck is probably way like, oh, man, how do you choke an ostrich? You can
Step
probably do
on-
it one-handed.
Step on his throat. it's how you do it.
It's
Sweep-
a bitch way to kill a
just
lion.
fucking-
That'd be a bitch way to
just
kill
go-
an ostrich.
Just go straight Karate Kid. Sweep the leg and then just step on the throat.
I love that I'm still calling it an ostrich.
I know.
I'm just gonna
But,
ignore that emus are different.
But yeah, so
Emus just
the
remind
police
me of that
came.
one time I was 18
Someone
and I was
just-
all emo.
Oh, okay.
I was all emo.
Okay, I got you. But so the police came, they wrangled the bird, and
The fact that you were like for a minute trying to figure out what that correlates
I
with.
was
You're
just
just like 18-year-olds and emus. They've got
I was
carry
just-
the
I was
three.
literally like, okay, what
Square root of
what
pi
do
is-
these things have in common other than absolutely nothing?
Just sitting there like one of these things is not like the other.
Exactly. But yeah, so basically the police came, they arrested
They
the emu,
arrested the emu.
and
Shit.
and it got
Did
away.
it try and hide in the dirt like an ostrich?
No, ostriches don't actually do that.
Listen,
But-
I saw cartoons.
It wrestled itself loose, which makes me think that this would put up more of a fight than that lion did. And you remember last week when I said, why do they interview the dumbest people? So apparently someone said, this daggone thing is strong. It was quite powerful.
First of all,
Daggone.
this is Pennsylvania,
Daggone.
where you live, and you just gave yourselves an
Daggone.
accent. Secondly, 4
Daggone.
1-part questions, 2 parts answers.
Apparently it's still missing.
I hope there's video, and somebody has a video of an ostrich breaking free from police officers, and they start playing the bad boys music, with like the blue flash,
I'm
blue
gonna
and red
have to try to
flashing.
find that. I'll have to find that.
If not, someone needs to make that.
If I can find the footage, I would.
Make it like the intro to Cops with an ostrich escaping police.
Bad boys, what you want? What you gonna do? All right. So
Speaking
that's
of which, all you, however, 7 people, put into my Patreon fund to give me a cop car. We don't have a Patreon. Just
we can do a GoFundMe.
Email me money.
We can do a GoFundMe.
Can you email money?
No, you can give to a GoFundMe though.
Just copy money in your printer and fax it to me.
That's not illegal at all. just fax me the money.
Just fax me the money.
Just take it, put it in the fax machine,
Fax me all the dollars.
hit send. I'm pretty sure as long as you write at the top in the subject line, this is for Kyle to get his cop car, it's legal. That's totally legal.
Sign the petition. Tell my wife to let me get a cop car.
Hashtag let Kyle get a cop car.
A real one with working lights.
I mean, that's just illegal.
I'll get like a driver who's like a cop or something, and I'll just
You're gonna hire a cop.
hire a cop to drive
So
my
now-
cop car, and I'll just ride in the back.
So now it is
How
not
much
just
better? No.
get Kyle a cop car. It's get Kyle a cop car and
A private cop,
a private cop to
so
drive
that I
you
can
around.
have cop lights on it. He'll drive me around. I'll just be in the back, and people be like, "Oh man, they got a criminal," and then I'll just get out of stuff. I'll just
We
get out
know.
and do stuff.
How small the back is on those cars.
It'll be custom.
How much money do you think our little pool of viewers is going to be able to scrounge together to get all of these elaborate things that you were thinking? Why not just, like get one of those Lamborghini cop cars that they have in certain places?
Just imagine.
Get the
this, though.
Dubai cop
Just-
cars.
Just imagine if instead of like a limo, I pull up to a fancy restaurant
In a cop car.
in a cop car, and the cop just lets me out of the back because we know that you have to have that happen,
Yes.
just like a limo. And then I just get out and I just go into a restaurant. Everybody's gonna be like, "Oh my god,
The cops just released a criminal into the restaurant.
yeah, it'd be way better than like a
Do
limo."
you-
Somebody be like, "Oh man, I wonder who that rich guy is in that limo." Holy shit, that cop just let that guy out of the back.
Hey, what is he, like El Chapo or some shit?
He's gonna die,
El Chapo?
probably.
Probably.
He's getting life in prison. He's not gonna dig out again.
Yeah, probably not. So we're going to continue on from there.
This
We're
isn't even
going
news.
to Canada.
This is like a thing. This is an ongoing forever thing.
Yeah.
This isn't news. Everybody
is-
knows about the feet.
Everybody knows about the feet.
Yeah, dude, this is a thing. I've known about this for years.
Well, it's since 2007.
For years.
Okay, so what he's talking about is that there was
The feet.
the
Foots.
15th human foot that has washed up on the Canadian shoreline since 2007.
Some of them match. Not many of them, but a couple.
I
of
know
them
about
match.
that. But basically what they stated was, yeah, it's not that bad, and there's no reason for it. This one showed up in a shoe.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, they basically just went, there's no foul play, which honestly, if I was going to dispose of a body, I would just do it there then.
It's not what's happening. They don't know where it's coming from.
Yeah,
they actually think it may have been like an accident in like some other country.
Yeah. Well, this is like some new ass Nikes right here. Look at these shoes.
Yeah, dude, that's why, because they float. It's like, I think like the main idea is like suicides and
so
like
it's since okay, so that's where you dispose of a body.
Also, there was like a hurricane or something.
That's where you dispose of a body then.
Listen, but the foot thing is because the ligaments between like the ankle and shit and the legs and whatever are like weak, and sneakers float, so they float up and they get dragged ashore. That's why.
So basically, somewhere in this stretch, yeah, it just popped up. That was creepy. That was kind of creepy. But somewhere in this stretch, and maybe a little bit further out, there's just a bunch of dead bodies.
No, like it's just in the ocean in general.
And
it's not just.
Why does it just keep coming here?
That's not even the only place they land.
Did that happen in Jersey a lot?
I think that some did. I think some landed in Washington D.C. and shit too. Like, feet just happen.
Feet just happen.
You don't need. We're not like a radio show. This isn't like a call-on radio show. That'd be fucking cool, but we're not a call-in radio show.
That would be amazing.
Imagine we're
call
like,
in now. Let's talk about the feet.
Listen, people. Now that we've decided that we are definitely just like
a call-in radio show,
a call-in radio show, and our main topics are whatever clickbait shit's on Facebook right now.
It's not on Facebook. I have to look these up. I have to research, man. This takes me at least 20 minutes to throw together. Okay?
Sounds like I'm in the ocean when I do this.
You're a foot in the ocean. It's just all you are. Just a foot in the ocean.
All we are is foot in the ocean.
There we go. Screw dust in the wind. It is now all we are is just a foot in the ocean, drifting along wherever the currents take us.
I wonder if this is what happens when you get buried at sea.
Maybe.
Probably, if you're wearing sneakers.
Why? Yeah, why don't they
It's just sneakers. It's all high-end running shoes.
Is it all high-end running shoes?
It's all like Nikes.
This is a boot. That's a boot. It looks like a boot.
You're a whore.
But yeah, these are running shoes. A bunch of them have been identified, but some of them still haven't been.
Most of them have not been identified. Oh, is that the one that's a pair?
The blue ones are all identified.
Who are they?
John, Paul, George, and Ringo. It's the Beatles.
I knew Paul was dead.
Okay.
He's dead.
Paul McCartney?
Yeah. They replaced him.
Yeah, with a
robot
lizard person.
Yeah, man.
With the robot lizard person.
Robot lizard person. It's an android.
It just keeps growing from there. Just robot lizard person.
He was a little android man. Scissors on his fucking head.
You know, like, you're super quiet the whole time. Unless you're yelling. And then it hurts my ears. And then I have to listen to it for hours as I edit. And it hurts my ears again.
My favorite part is I just sung a song. And you don't know the song.
I don't know the song.
So it's even better. You're like,
and it was
I
loud.
Don't even know.
I don't know it. I don't care that I don't know it. I care that you're yelling.
He was a little android man. Well, it's a hardcore song, so you gotta yell. Duh.
No, you don't. You can just speak it. Just do spoken word like William Shatner.
It's funny because you would like that band.
Rocket Man.
It's Horse the band, and that song's about Mega Man.
I do love Mega Man, but
it's about the scissor guy, the Cutsman. That song is called the Cutsman.
Scissorhead?
It's called he's the Cutsman.
The Cutsman?
The Cutsman. Listen. Elevator farts. Pause. I'm pausing so I can show you Horse the band.
Kyle read the next headline.
I'm gonna do this.
All we are is feet in the ocean. So we're gonna float along to the next topic, which is man in a gorilla suit breaks into home and hides under the bed.
Out there in the radio lands, there's a man dressing up in a gorilla suit, hiding under your beds.
This was in Sulphur, Louisiana.
Does it smell like eggs?
I'm going to assume so. And
that's why you name
probably
things, right? You name them after what they smell like.
What they smell like. So, what are either of our hometowns named after?
A guy named Philip. And
the scent of Christmas? Or Jesus?
First of all, that's not what your town is. Not named Christ Town.
True. The scent of Jesus, then.
No, it probably should smell like curry or something. Something from the Middle East. Since you named it after a Middle Eastern town. It's not even real.
Pretty sure the town was real.
You can't just say that. You can't just be like, oh, this town from this story is real. You know,
yeah, man, Mordor's real.
Santa Carla's real too.
So's the Shire.
We're just naming things that are not real towns now.
Yeah.
Springfield, The Simpsons is from. That's definitely real.
I mean, that is totally real. And so's
It's
Quahog.
not. They purposely picked one that's not real. And also, yeah, Quahog is definitely real. There's definitely a real Quahog.
Totally Quahog. We done now? We done with this little random spiel?
How come Pennsylvania doesn't have a town named Anal? You got Intercourse and Virgin.
And Blue Balls.
And Blue Balls. There should just be one like
Just called Anal.
Anal.
And it's Virginville. It is the Ville of virgins. And it's right outside of Kutztown. Can you fucking stop?
Can you hear that?
Yeah, totally. I totally can. This whole episode is basically you just doing shit to piss me off. And me just going, fucking stop. No typing. We're not typing today. Don't you pull out the ASL. American Sign Language, not age, sex, location. It's from old school chat room days.
I know. I probably got hit on by a bunch of grown-ass men.
It's always grown-ass men.
Dude, no, because I talked to some girls on the phone. They were girls.
It totally wasn't some guy just being like, hi, my name's Tiffany.
No, because I had this weird thing where, like...
You were worried about getting catfished by an old dude?
No.
And fucked?
Not at all, because I was completely unconcerned by that. When you're like 18 and you're like on fucking MySpace...
Totally
like,
didn't care.
Oh, you're fucking cute. I bet we could bang. Oh, wait, you're 300 miles away? Whatever, I'll figure it out.
I'll drive.
I'll drive even though I can't drive because I don't have a car because I'm fucking 15, but whatever.
You said 18.
I just make up numbers, man.
I know you do, but you're just there's
go.
no consistency to your story.
They were 15? Wait, nope.
Always. It never fails. Kyle's got to say something fucking illegal. It isn't an episode unless Kyle says something terribly illegal.
I didn't do that. There's like an almost, but I didn't.
Go on. Not about that topic, but about the original topic.
No, man, like, you would go on, you would like hit on these girls, but for some reason I had this weird habit of me being a super terrible person. These girls would like friend me, and then they would tell me all their personal life problems, and then I'd be like, yo, I'm not interested in this anymore. This is too many things you're telling me. I don't want to know them. I don't know why I was such a good ear to lean on. And then they would just keep doing it.
To lean on?
That's the
Who
saying,
says
right?
That? Oh, shoulder to cry on. That's
whatever.
That's a normal one.
Shut up. Anyway, they would like then call me and like text me, and they'd like be like, I'd become their girlfriend, and I'd be like, yo, this is not what it was intending. When I was like, yo, what up?
I was
You're
just
cute.
trying to
How are you?
Fuck.
Yeah, man.
And now,
and it was weird because I'd be trashed.
Now
every
I
time.
know about everything that your best friend did to you that day in school. This is not what I was looking for.
Yeah, no, dude, seriously. And they'd all be like, I'm so glad you're so nice. And I'd be like, This is not what I intended. And then I couldn't get out of
See,
it.
and
I
you
would be
say
stuck 'cause I
that
was,
you
like,
were never
confused.
friend zoned, and that's basically being friend zoned. You were only electronically friend zoned.
No.
It doesn't matter.
I wasn't friend zoned because
You were still friend zoned.
nah, because
You went into it.
I got at least a couple of those.
Why are you complaining that people did it to you in the first place?
Because I'm not a good person, and it was weird to have people just be like, "You're my new girl best friend," and I was like, "Whoa!" First of all, stop treating me that way.
So you basically had lesbian encounters.
And second of all, no, it wasn't friend zoned because the moment I realized that all they were
You were
gonna
the girlfriend.
now he's gonna make me be a bad person again. Because the moment I realized that, I was like, "Oh man, all you want to do is tell me your problems." I'm done talking to you, and I would just disappear and
So
ghost
what you're
them.
saying is you lost all interest the moment that it became emotional.
Yeah. So
Tell me more about that.
I didn't get friend zoned because it never got to that point. Because I'd be like, "It's so nice that you're so sweet," and I'd be like, "Oh my god, it's not." Bye.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I had this weird thing where I'm like really good at being like a nice person to get people's attention. And then I stopped being that because it's not real. It's called manipulation.
So would you say that you have a deep-seated need to
Be a sociopath? Get pee-pee touches? Only think about myself? Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that this is just being all put out there in the open. So let's talk about a man in a gorilla suit.
Listen.
Can we
Let's
talk
just
about a man in
say,
a gorilla suit
let's just say,
before this goes to a place that we're not going to be able to recover from?
when sex happens, I only think about my needs in the moment.
Much like a man in a gorilla suit does.
When he's hiding under your bed
Yeah.
waiting for that sex.
Well, basically,
After he aimed you.
Jesus Christ. So what happened with the man in the gorilla suit is
I don't know. You tell me.
Police were called because they said that there was a suspicious man looking into windows of houses.
It's called a peeping Tom.
I don't know if people
Richard Ramirez started as a peeping Tom.
Are you talking about serial killers again?
Yeah, the Night Stalker.
Jesus Christ, it never stops. But yeah, so they were called, and he was apparently, which I don't know why anybody wouldn't have said this. If he was in a full gorilla suit, like a full-on gorilla costume, wouldn't the phone call have been like, so there's either a man in a costume staring into people's windows, or there's a gorilla on the loose. I don't know which one it is.
Does it say how tall he is? How
How
come there wasn't someone that went inside and got their AR and was like,
he apparently got his ass beat.
"Fucking Bigfoot's outside. I need to take him down for science."
Yeah, I don't know why that didn't happen either.
That's what I would have done. I
But-
don't have an AR, but I would have found one or something.
Oh no, they said oh my god, I forgot about this part because this part really fucked with me. So
Someone beat him to the dildo.
so he broke into the house and was in the gorilla costume and was hiding under the bed, and the cops were like, "Did you really fucking think that we weren't going to look under the bed?" Like it's just like if you would have hid under the covers, we wouldn't have been able to see you either. Like that's your logic. But so the cops caught him, and
Maybe
he's
he
being
would think that they would just think that it was normal that those people had a gorilla suit under their bed.
he apparently resisted arrest too. So which is probably what explains the bruising on the face. But
That's just what he looked like when he got.
but yeah, so he's being charged with resisting an officer.
Did he do that thing where he just yells, "I'm not resisting," while resisting?
I'm not resisting. Unauthorized entry, meth possession, which
He doesn't have it as much as
he
the other
doesn't
guys.
he doesn't have it as much. Yeah, he's not very methy.
He looks more like he just was drunk.
But here's the crazy thing. Wearing a mask.
Yeah, a gorilla. He said a full gorilla suit.
But no, it's illegal in Louisiana to wear a mask.
But they have a party where you wear a mask every year.
That's the only time it's acceptable.
I'm gonna wear a
It's
fucking full gorilla suit.
Halloween and Mardi Gras. Those are the only
look that up?
It's yeah, right here. Exceptions are allowed for religious purposes, which is kind of weird. So if you could sit there and just be like, this mask is because my religion is the Planet of the Apes movies, I believe that our true master is Semos. But so religious purposes, which I'm assuming is just veils that cover the face.
Veils that cover the face.
And then Halloween and Mardi Gras. But
did you look at that?
You legitimately can't wear a mask any other time at all.
What's the fine?
For any reason. I don't know. They don't have like actually what the fine is, but I wonder. Like I really do.
You know what
like
we need to do? We need to go do this for science. We need to go down there and wear masks. Just walk around the street.
You really forget like what I look like.
Yeah, but if you're wearing a mask,
as soon as they take that off, they can just be like, "We're close to the border."
You don't.
And I'd be like,
"You're not
I'm
from that one."
Puerto Rican, and they'd be like, "I don't know what the fuck you talking about."
Show
and
me your papers, and you'd be like, "I have a driver's license."
I don't care, and they'd be like, "That's not acceptable." And then I would be sent to Mexico, and you would just be like, "Man, I got fined $200," and I'd be in Mexico.
I don't think that's how this works. That's not how that works.
I'd like to think that it is.
You'd go to like England, like
they'd send me to
21
England.
Savage.
I'm not English.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm not English, so
No,
I
you're
wouldn't
American.
go there.
They just deport you back to America.
Just because Louisiana's not part of America.
They'd like go make you sit at like an ICE office, and you'd have to like go through all the shit.
Yeah.
You'd be there for like 3 days, and then they would just send you back to America.
And you would have
so you would just walk outside and be like, "Oh, damn."
You would have paid $200, and I would have been detained in a camp
For like 3 days until they just let you back in America.
It's like a vacation,
Like,
you know.
all right, we've confirmed you're from America, so we're gonna deport you back there. And you'd like,
It's a
and you
it's a
just
camping
you
trip.
just get in a bus, and they just drive outside the gate, and then they get you off.
They're like, they get me off.
See, you say I'm the child, but just because the way I phrase things, you
You laughed yourself.
I laughed because you laughed. Anyway, we should do this. Like those people that like
I'm
go to like the
not.
Lincoln Monument and like sing, and then they get beat.
You
They're
can't
just, like,
sing in front of the Lincoln Monument?
Yeah, it's like illegal.
I have never heard of that before.
Dude, it's like a thing.
Yeah, verify that. That's
Keep talking.
that's a
so that
ridiculous
we're not
claim.
just having
Okay.
empty space here.
so.
Yes, sir.
No, I'm not going to
You've never
dress
seen the
up
videos
as a
of like
gorilla.
the people that like go to like the
No.
Lincoln Monument, and,
Never.
like, dance and sing, and then like the cops come. And they're like,
Are they
Yo.
asking for money?
"No, you're just not allowed to sing or dance there."
What kind of fucking footloose law is that? Like,
I don't know, but it's illegal.
I don't I don't think you can outlaw dancing. Like, just because it's in a movie doesn't mean that it can be done.
Sorry, it's the Jefferson Memorial. It's not illegal to dance per se at the Jefferson Memorial. In particular, video of the question, the dancers who are protesting the court ruling of blah blah were arrested and charged with demonstrating without a permit.
So you just can't dance for a cause. But
Nah.
you can break dance as long as it has no political leanings.
Listen, all I know is people were arrested for dancing and singing at a monument in Washington, and they're all like, "It's not illegal," and they're like,
So
"Today it is."
So if you go to the Jefferson Memorial and you're just like, "I love the government, I love the government," they could be like,
Bro, that'd be a
demonstration.
For one, that's definitely demonstrating.
You can't just be like, "Meet Virginia." I can't wait to anyway.
Meet Virginia.
Where she was.
They were like recently in the Lehigh Valley, weren't they?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure they were on tour.
I like Train.
With like
Train's
Goo Goo
good.
Dolls or some shit. Goo Goo Dolls is gonna be at Music Fest.
I would see that.
We should see that.
I would totally see that. Actually, the thing that you sent me.
You know who else is gonna be there?
Who?
Incubus. You know that shitty version of Hoobastank?
I
love how I made that really confusing because I switched them.
Yeah.
Everybody hates them backwards. But
Yeah, most
I
people
hate
hate
both
them
of
backwards.
them, so it's funny.
I
they're like,
hated-
aren't they brothers?
I hated Incubus for years based off the fact that I hated a person who liked Incubus. So I was just like, I hate the band by proxy. Like, have you ever hated somebody so much that you're like, anything they like, I can't like.
I did the opposite that one time. I was all like, man, Jason Mraz made you break your ankle. Fuck that guy.
But that's still agreeing with it.
I just love bringing that up every opportunity I can for the rest of our lives. This one time you got real drunk. You're like, fuck Jason Mraz. She made me break my ankle. And you explained the whole story. And I was all like, dude, that's your fault. And you were all like, no, it's not. At no point was it his fault.
I don't have an issue with Jason Mraz any longer.
No point was it his fault. It was 100% your fault from the beginning. You were the one who was all like, let's go play basketball now. It's not your fault.
You're specifying. You wanted it to be all mysterious and shit, and you're the one like specifying the details.
It's not his fault that he fucking juked you so fucking hard you twisted your ankle.
Jason Mraz did not cross me up. For the last time. Jason Mraz.
You fucking tried to you tried to fucking okay. You tried to fucking guard Jason Mraz, and he was all like, bah, 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 slam dunk, and you lost. And then you twisted your ankle, but you probably actually didn't. You just said you did so that you could be all like, my ankle, and end the game because he was beating you so embarrassingly bad.
I did not LeBron James after getting crossed up by Jason Mraz and then dunked on. I did not get dunked on by Jason
Mraz. Dude, I was
Mraz,
there.
who I kind of feel is either the same height, if not maybe shorter than me.
Hey, man, you were there with him. How are you going to feel? You know he's taller than you.
So I'm not going to wear a mask in Louisiana. And I'm not going to talk about Jason Mraz anymore.
I hope there's one day when Jason Mraz is like, did I dunk on that guy? Like, I just... New life goal is just to get big enough that Jason Mraz sees this, and he's like,
"If Jason
I don't remember
Mraz
dunking on that guy, but if I dunked on that guy, I'm sorry." And he sent you like a letter that apologizes for crossing you so bad you twisted your ankle, and then you're like, "Holy shit, this didn't happen." For one, and for two,
no, that'd be terrible because I know that you would somehow get your hands on the letter and you'd scan it, and that would be like an Instagram thing.
Be everywhere.
You'd post that shit everywhere. Oh my god.
Your mom's mad at you.
No, it's something about the internet. She does not understand that I'm recording a podcast, so she texts me about the internet.
Yeah, man. Well, what she needs to do is she needs to go and find Al Gore, and he can tell her how he invented it and teach her all the ways to create her own.
So you're saying that in between me getting in contact with Jason Mraz, I should also get Al Gore's phone number for my mother so that she can discuss the internet problems with it. We're gonna continue to the next story.
Doable. All of these that happens to my car.
When cement just pours all over your car. Yeah, I hate that also. That's pretty terrible. So the next one, I had it saved in my phone as "Why is there so many witches in England?" Because what ended up happening was they did exploration of a cave in, where was it? It was
Virginia.
It was a cave system 150 miles north of London. And basically what it is there are just witches' marks.
What's a witch's mark?
It's carvings.
Isn't that just like 666 carved all over somebody?
No, it's
witch's mark is like the mark of the beast.
No, that's something.
Your body.
That's something completely different.
No. Witch's mark is when you have like an extra nipple. Then that's where the demons feed. You don't know nothing about witches.
Okay, all right then. So,
that's where the demons suckle.
These are
the witch's mark.
century-old carvings in these caves, and apparently there's just
my brain. You're so loud.
Well, it's because you won't shut the fuck up. I'm speaking, and you're just going. So a third nibble is where the demons suckle.
It's where they suckle.
So I have to talk louder to drown out your ridiculous shit.
It's not ridiculous. That's facts. That's what a witch's mark is.
So these experts in England explored this cave.
First of all, what makes you an expert? at witches' marks inside of a cave?
There's probably
Are they
a
experts at
community college
spelunking?
course.
Are they experts in witches? You can't be both.
I think you can be both.
No, you gotta go to college.
Doesn't matter. You
This
can
isn't-
totally
this
du-
isn't- this
you can
isn't
double
CSI.
major in
This isn't
spelunking.
CSI.
Eh.
You only get
What?
one. You only get one.
What kind of Spider-Man rule is that? What do you mean everybody only gets one?
You only get one. What?
It's a joke. It's on Family Guy.
What? Spider-Man has like 9 powers and he's dumb as fuck.
No, Spider-Man rescues somebody and he goes, everybody gets one.
Hand job.
Yeah, Spider-Man gives hand jobs. Really great ones because he has such great grip.
Yeah, and he uses the webs. He's like,
That would be fucking painful. It's super strong web, man.
yeah, tugs it right off.
Why would anybody want a hand job from Spider-Man? Actually, thinking about this, okay, we're going to divert from the witches' marks really quick because Kyle's an insane person when it comes to that topic. But
I'm not insane. That's facts. I just listened to a whole podcast about Salem.
okay,
Witch trials.
there's nothing to do
Looking for the
with
witch's
hand
mark.
jobs from Spider-Man. We're talking about hand jobs from Spider-Man right now. So
I like that you're so upset with my knowledge of witches that you're gonna divert
just-
from your story
no, it's
in
because
order to talk
you
about
listen to a
Spider-Man hand jobs.
podcast, so now everything that the news says is wrong
No,
because you listened to a podcast.
that's not the only time I heard witch's mark referred to as that. That's where the familiars suck the milks.
Witches mark. There's
A witch's
multiple
mark.
marks.
That's what they looked for.
There's still
It's on the body
marks.
of the witch.
It's a mark left by a witch. Is
Yeah.
a witch's mark.
A witch's mark is the mark.
So
that's on her
anything,
body.
a signature. If you're a witch, that's now a witch's mark. You left your mark.
But witches aren't real.
So if Spider-Man,
I win.
Spider-Man,
I win.
Spider-Man is consistently having terrible relationships, right? So like he's constantly losing Mary Jane. He's constantly him and Black Cat constantly breaking up. Him and he gets a lot of vag. But the thing is, Spider-Man can climb really, really good because he has like barbed hairs coming out of his fingers. How terrible do you think it would be to get fingered by Spider-Man?
I don't know. Don't women like let cats lick them down there?
I don't know about that.
Same thing.
Except for these barbs can hold up the
I like
weight.
how you're like, I don't know how often that happens, but
I don't
also,
know how
I'm
often.
not going to refute it.
I don't.
I think that's a
can.
maybe.
I can see that women would go for that.
I don't know. Women, do you do that?
Do you let cats? Because guys will let dogs lick peanut butter off their balls. That's the thing that everyone
I don't
always
think
talks
you
about.
need peanut butter though.
If you just go
That just
leg
seems
it,
messy. Yeah.
I don't know. That's just the story. The thing is always peanut butter off of guys' balls. Dog will lick it up. But do women let cats? Do women let kitties lick the kitty? That's what it is.
The answer is probably no.
But I still think that it would be like a tiger's tongue, which is very different than a
Like,
cat's tongue.
It's the same.
No, it's not.
They all have teeth
As in cats have teeth?
on their tongue.
They have barbed things on their teeth.
Teeth
But
on their tongue.
no, the tongue. There's too many words being thrown out right now.
teeth tongue barbs.
Cats can
Tongue
lick a
barbs.
person, and you're like, well, that felt weird. If a tiger licks you, a tiger can lick the meat off of bone. And I feel like getting fingered by Spider-Man would be similar, because he has.
Yeah, but when a spider walks on you, it just tickles.
But the spider
Maybe it's
also
just extra
isn't
tickly.
6 feet tall.
Maybe it's just extra tickly.
But he's gigantic. You have to take into account that everything is
Maybe he sprays webs all over it first.
covered in webs, so then
Covers
it's
it in
sticky.
webs. Covers it in webs, so it's sticky. Yeah. This way, maybe he's like a germaphobe.
All of these things
maybe
would be
he's like
bad.
maybe he's like a germaphobe, so he covers it in the webs because he doesn't want the webs that come from doing that without webs on your hand. You know, when you like do it and then you pull it and you're like, oh, I know that was in there. So then you
I'm
put
s-
more fingers in there to see what happens.
I'm
next time.
still
And
convinced
then you
that
get your whole hand in, and then you pull it out, and you're like, "Whoa, it's so white. Why is
your
that white?"
whole
in there?"
hand in.
What? You never did that?
No,
That's
I've
not
never. No. What are We just need to avoid the cock.
The cock?
The cock.
You gotta
avoid the
avoid
cock. But no, we got to avoid the topic of sex with you because the stories that you have go in a direction that the average non-deviant person can't relate to. I don't think so.
With a girlfriend named Mary Jane, he definitely did. She was all like, do it.
That's presumptuous.
Do it.
That's presumptuous. Are you saying that all women named Mary Jane?
Plus, look
are
at Black
freaks?
Cat. Look at Black Cat. She wears black leather all the time. She's into stuff.
I'm not gonna lie. She definitely seems like the kind of person that'd be into stuff.
Yeah, man.
She'd probably be down for it. But I still think even a single finger would catch onto the inner lining.
Because I pulled it out.
Can he retract that shit?
I don't know. Can spiders?
I don't know.
How do spider legs work?
I really don't know. Because like Spider-Man, he's an okay character.
Spiders don't work that way.
He's not like
Spiders
don't finger people. Is that what you're gonna say?
Spiders don't have like a bunch of barbs. They have like one barb. That's their hand.
Yeah, but he's Spider-Man, so he has a bunch.
That's not spiders. That's not how spiders work.
Well, they also don't predict the future with oncoming danger and shit.
Yeah, they do that because they got like 50 billion eyes.
Yeah, but they also have more than one set of legs.
Spiders also have like extrasensory vibration thingies that help them know.
Spiders also shoot webs out of their butts, not their hands.
Technically, Spider-Man doesn't shoot webs at all.
He doesn't.
Maybe he does shoot them out his butt, or maybe he just shoots them on the boobs when
That
he's done.
that was a Corridor Digital video, actually.
Maybe he just shoots the webs out when he's done.
He jizzes out web. Somehow this is worse than the witch's mark conversation.
I feel like Spider-Man's a gentleman, so he lets her go first.
I would agree with you there. Spider-Man.
Actually, you know what? No,
would be
Spider-Man's a
gentleman.
dork. I feel like Spider-Man doesn't know what to do with it when he gets it.
But I mean, he got all ripped and shit.
It does not change
He
your
gets
personality.
so much veg thrown at him.
Doesn't mean
So much.
doesn't mean he knows what to do. with it.
Everybody is trying to bang Spider-Man because they don't know that he's 15.
In his costume, but they don't care when he's not wearing a costume.
That's
They're like,
very true.
Oh, you're such a dork. Go away, dork. And they're like, oh, no.
But I mean, well-
No. Like, the closest he'll ever get is if he's
Mary
like, all
Jane married
like
him.
webbing down. And he's like, oh, pull my dick out and blow me.
Mary Jane married him.
I would do that if I was Spider-Man. I'd hang from the web upside down and do that. I'd be like, let's 69.
If you-
Spider-Man style.
If you were Spider-Man, there's many things that you would do
Not save the world.
that would make me cringe just thinking about it.
Spider-Man. Spider-Man.
Where are you going to go from there?
Webs up the husband and gets the wife. Jersey what? He has no choice. Here comes the Spider-Man.
So these witches marks. But no, basically, there's like a whole bunch of shit in here. There's like diagonal lines and boxes
Like that shit?
and mazes that were
Guano?
devices for capturing or trapping evil.
You're getting
I'm
better at
I'm just
this.
gonna
You're
keep
way
ignoring.
better at this.
So there was also like a VV, which is supposed to stand for Virgin of Virgins,
How do you become
and,
more virgin?
and
what is the virgin of a
the
virgin?
Virgin Mary, the Virgin of Virgins. And then you have PM,
What?
which stands for Pace Maria,
That's not what it says.
Also,
Stands for. PM
it's-
stands for
Pace Maria. Yes,
For-
but there's I'm assuming con accento.
Pacific Main Time.
Okay then.
What does PM stand for? AM stands for along the morning.
Penetrating madness.
Pretty sure AM
'Cause
doesn't
that-
stand for along the morning.
Because at night it makes you go crazy, like back in the day. So, penetrating madness, and because that's when most of the sex happened, the penetrating.
Penis Main Time.
This is now our sign language for penetrating.
This is how Spider-Man does it.
That's Spider-Maning now.
Whole pan. Did you do it?
No,
You were donkey punch anybody?
no, I had not.
He's so adamant about it. So
I
where's
have
the
not.
body?
I've not.
No, the more adamant you are, the more likely you
No,
get it.
I have not ever
Are you
donkey
gay?
punched. No.
Then see, that's what I mean. You're more.
I see where you're getting with that. Those were two very different reactions.
The more adamant, the more likely it's true. Not true, whatever. You know what I mean.
Oh
Shut
my
up.
god. Okay. All right. So basically, these
Back to witches' tits.
these marks, they're trying to
The
figure
third
out. They
nips.
said that it could be fairies, witches, or whatever they were so maybe the witches' marks were to keep away witches. But they said that this was the most extensive, like set of marks. Pretty much, it seems like there was so many witches or devils or fairies that people were like, okay, we're gonna run into the caves and we're
put
gonna
some diagonal lines
we're
down.
we're gonna carve as many fucking mazes to capture demons.
Bro, first of all, 90% of those was just how they wrote Dave was here. With
Okay.
a Z.
What about the other
W-A-Z.
10%? The other 10% was legitimately for capturing demons.
No, that's all just like Mary loves Bill. Trying to think of like
This is
ancient
in-
names. I'm
this
pretty
is
sure
in
Dave
England.
is not.
Only a couple hundred years ago, I don't think the language has changed that much. It was all like ye, shoppy,
For a good time call.
thy.
Becca.
Just yell, Becca!
That's
I
how
would like a good time.
it says that I could get a ye good time from you.
I would like a ye old blowy.
That's not what I wrote. That's a different one. That says Bob will definitely suck your dick.
I would just love to think that back in the day, there literally was a for a good time call, and it was just yell someone's name, and they would just show up and be like, "Yeah,
What up?
just be like, what are you
And it
trying
was
to do?"
definitely catfished.
It's always a dude.
always-
It's always just some dude just being like, "Yeah, I'm Becca." Run to the cave, witch's box.
Let's go to the witch's box.
That's what happened. That's a tally system for all the dudes that Becca was blowing.
Becca was like, yes, one more.
The maze was for all the different things she did with one person. Oh man, it would get really, really intricate. They're like, look at this intricate carving, and be like,
Yo, bro,
well, that
it's
dude
just like
kept
jelly
coming back.
bracelets.
Oh yeah,
She was like, I got them all.
fucking tealing.
The fuck is that?
But no, the George Lopez show, they had an episode where they were talking about that, and
First of all, I love that these epidemics are fake because I
Wait,
remember
what?
being a kid and being like, my parents talking about it and being like,
be like,
I did
nobody
that.
at school
I
does,
did that to my girlfriend, but
and she's not wearing shit.
we didn't do shit with bracelets. All of ours are black.
Yeah, but no, in the George Lopez
And
show,
like black
they had,
was like the worst one.
but no, they had a thing about it because Carmen was wearing a bunch because she was trying to fit in with the other girls that were wearing some, so she was wearing a bunch of them, and the girls are like, "You've done that?" And she was like, "Yeah, I green all the time." And they're like, "Oh my god, I've never let a guy green." They're like, "I've gone red, but never green." And
Do you remember what green was?
no, I don't remember all the
Green
fucking
was like
colors.
shoving salad stuff up someone's butt and eating
I
it.
don't remember any
I
of
don't
the
remember
colors
why that was
whatsoever. But
because it wasn't real.
no, so
I also thought it was like you had to break them and then you got to do that to that person.
I don't know. I
don't
really don't know
remember.
because I never saw anybody that lived by that.
I'm also pretty sure that it was just something parents made up for themselves.
It's
to
like the
feel
Momo
that.
thing.
Yeah, except that's really
No,
happening.
that is
Not the Momo one, but there's really like people on
No,
YouTube kids posting.
no.
shit.
They've proven that that's a hoax.
Even the one that was like, "Mom found a video."
Yeah.
Oh man, I was hoping that one.
Do you know
was
what?
real.
Do you know what it is?
I told Amanda
it's
it wasn't.
people. It's people basically finding other videos. Like they found like a Filthy Frank video, which is like
That's what that looked like.
it's like
It looked
for
like Filthy
yeah,
Frank.
it's for adults. It's not meant for kids. And people are just being like, "See, this is what it is. So that's what's ended up happening. Phil DeFranco had an entire thing. YouTube has done like an entire investigation on it, and they've proven that. They're like, there is no evidence. They're
I
like,
like
what's
that this
happening?
is an update because I'm pretty sure we talked about this last week.
We did talk about this last week. But YouTube basically said there is no proof of this happening, and what's causing the panic is everybody saying it's happening.
Yeah, just like jelly bracelets.
Exactly, it's just like jelly bracelets. But no, in the show, fucking her mom starts wearing it, and when her mom starts wearing them, because she's just like, oh, those are cute. Like apparently some boy at the grocery store is like, hey, so you like to he's like, you like to do that, and she's like, what? And then the boy explains it so that she tells George Lopez. George Lopez comes to Carmen, and he's like, he holds up a wrist. He's like, so you red, you green? He's like, you weird lighter bluish green, and then the mom's like, that's teal. He's like, you're tealing, Carmen. You're tealing. You're a tealer. I didn't raise a tealer, and it's one of my favorite lines from the George Lopez show.
All of mine were black.
Just be like, that means that I like to suck farts out of people's butts.
I might have had a couple of pink. Pretty sure like black was like anal fisting or something.
Jesus Christ. You're like, I anal fist
I do this
all the time. And be like, does this specify receiving or giving? And they're just like, no. Doesn't specify at all.
Nope. We're just going to assume that because you have so many that yes.
There we go. These witches' marks that they found in this cave were just
ancient jelly bracelets.
Ancient jelly bracelets. Just showing all the freaky shit that people did.
I just remember my mom talking to me about jelly bracelets, and I was like, yo, if I wore the ones that if I wore the right colors, 1, my arm would be full. 2, you'd be so much more confused.
You'd be like, why does he just have a rainbow going down his arm? Be like, yeah.
White, black, red,
that's right.
Green, blue, light blue, dark blue, purple.
Like, some of those conflict with each other. You're like, yeah.
Same day.
They do.
That'd also just be expensive.
Where do you think
never
I've
mind.
been
Maybe not. They wouldn't have been expensive
that
for everyone.
many?
No.
Like...
For me, it would have been expensive. For you, it would have been like, I don't have any jelly bracelets.
I did do a decent amount of stuff.
Dude, you'd have like the one for giving yourself a hand job.
No, that's not what I would have. I love how you say this because you're like, this is funny because he has to defend himself. He makes me look like a terrible person, so I'm going to make him look like he's never done anything, even though he has a child, so everybody knows that he's had sex.
Yeah, as an adult. I had a child before you, and you're older than me.
Yeah. Still, that's not a brag. I had a child so fucking young.
I barely even knew the person I got pregnant. You were with yours for like years. You almost married yours.
You did marry yours. Look at you trying to have like a responsible relationship. You're married. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, don't call me out like that. It's fucking rude. You don't need to know that.
Look at you doing a ceremony and making it legal.
I'm a single dad with a Corvette. A 2-bedroom studio. Which is just 1 bedroom. With curtains.
You just have 2 beds set up in different spots. You're like, where's the dining room in the other bedroom?
Where do you sleep? In the Corvette. Duh.
Oh my god. But yeah, no, I did things. I did things. It's just because I wasn't fucking everybody at 12 years old.
It's not everybody. I had long-term relationships.
Sorry, just because I wasn't fucking people at 12 years old doesn't mean that I wasn't doing other things. I was for a while I was advanced, and then it was just I started falling behind, and then you
just punched your computer, and it was like, yo.
It let me know that someone posted something. I don't know how
you
that
punched it. What it posted was, "Don't punch me."
Yo, don't be a dick.
All of the colors I would have had.
So many colors.
By 14, 15.
Yeah.
You would have been like, I got 2. One of them's for doing it to yourself.
I'm just gonna let you keep saying it because I know it's what you need.
It's so good.
It's
so
what you
funny.
need
It's just so fun.
just to balance out
It's so funny.
just the darkness that you have committed. You need,
I just imagine your purity.
you need my made up purity to balance out just the blackness of your soul. I'll let you have it for that reason. But this episode is brought to you by
We
our
got
Teespring,
shirts.
because we got shirts. I'll throw some graphics up here. It'll work out. That's the sponsor. So if you want to support the channel, go over to teespring.com/stores/Rum Runnas Entertainment. So it's rum-runnas-entertainment. I'll throw it up on the fucking screen. It'll be a lot easier that way.
Yeah, fuck it. And hey, listen. I killed an alligator. And then I was eaten by alligators.
an alligator.
I was also killed by alligators.
Do you know what that sounds like? That sounds like something that would happen in Florida. So here it is again. Florida man.
Don't do that. We never finished the witch thing.
That was done. We decided that those markings were the equivalent of jelly bracelets. We're done with that.
We just decided witches' marks in a cave that are historical. Not that important.
Not that important. Jelly bracelets. That was important. Spider-Man fingering people. That was important.
Way more important.
Yeah. But
Vote down in the comments whether or not you think Spider-Man would rip out the
Someone's-
insides of a vagina.
the
if he
vaginal
fingered them.
lining. Yeah, definitely write that in the comments.
Also, can spiders retract their fingers?
I mean, I think Spider-Man can because he doesn't just always hold on to everything that he grabs. He's not always sticky.
That doesn't make sense. It's not how spiders work. Spiders just have toes. They have like little cute feet. You ever seen spider feet?
No, because I'm an arachnophobic, so I don't look up pictures of
Dude,
spiders.
they're so cute. They got like these little two toes. And they're like bop, bop, bop,
Yeah, no.
on all their feet.
Yeah, that they use to scale up everything and murder you in your sleep.
Man, when my wife divorces me and me and you get a bachelor pad and you're all like spider and I'm all like, I'll get it. And then like,
Oh yeah, you definitely
I
are
run
going to be the
over-
spider. You're going to be the guy who deals with spiders in this
I'll run
heterosexual
over
life
it,
partnership.
and then I like take it and then you're like, did you kill it? And I'll be like, yeah. And then later you'll just find out that I didn't do anything and I just went and looked at it.
Why don't you just take... This is what I don't get. Why wouldn't you just take it outside to where it's supposed to be?
Why?
Because that's where it's supposed to be.
But I don't want flies in my house.
So if you put it at your door, it can make a web to then catch the flies.
Yeah, but if a fly gets inside and it's outside.
Then murder the fly.
And also, I would totally let every spider live.
I know.
Because
I
I
know.
already do that. My favorite thing in the world
It's
is to
because your
go-
wife is arachnophobic also, and she's constantly talking about that.
My favorite thing in the world is to be like, hey, I saw a spider today. And everybody's like, did you kill it? No. Like, where is it? He was in the bathroom. I don't know where
Like,
he's
you are
gone since then.
legitimately one of those people that writes those memes like, what if that spider that you killed lived its entire life thinking that you were its roommate?
They are for me.
Well, see, this is my response to that. Every time someone's like, what if that spider lived its entire life thinking that you were its roommate and you just came and you murdered it one day, I'd be like,
Do
where
you
the
kill
fuck?
your
I'd be like,
roommates?
where the fuck was its rent?
I remember the one day
Where was
all,
its rent? I was not
Okay.
receiving rent from that goddamn spider at any point.
So here's something you definitely wouldn't be able to do in life. So one day I was in the showering my body, making it all nice and smooth.
AKA masturbating.
No, I don't do that in the shower.
You don't masturbate in the shower?
No,
Everybody masturbates in the shower.
I don't. There's kids' toys.
Okay, and you have another bathroom that's just your bathroom.
The bathroom's falling apart. Anyway, let's not get into how I do that.
Okay.
Also, I don't have to. I'm married.
You say that like most people that are married don't go without getting sex.
Anyway,
It's a standard thing.
I definitely still do. Even if I get 6, I still do it like 4 or 5 times myself
You're like, I just do it on the way to work.
at work.
It's why I don't let anybody in my car.
Anyway, so I was taking a shower. There's a daddy longlegger trying to build a web in my shower. It wasn't going well for him. I'm pretty sure the water was flicking up and hitting him and disturbing it the whole time. And I'm just like, oh, man, you just stay up there doing that. Don't land on me, and we're good. And I just stayed getting a shower, watching him build his web. And then every now and then, I would, like, close my eyes and rinse my face off. And I would, like, look up, and he'd be, like, right here. And I'm like, oh, man, why'd you do that?
That's a daddy longlegger, though. It's not as intimidating as other spiders.
You still would not take a shower with it.
I've taken a shower with a spider in the shower.
And you didn't touch it?
No, I kept trying to flick water at it to get it to run away further.
That's what's different between me and you. I coexisted with this thing the whole time.
I didn't
just
try to
watching
murder it.
build its web. I was just like,
It was up on the wall, and I was taking a shower, and I immediately went, I don't want you there anymore. So I went, yeah, yeah, yeah. And then it ran a little bit further up the wall, and I was like, cool, you're all right now. So I took a shower, and I just spied at, and as soon as it came closer, I was like, yeah. I just flicked more water at it.
again, though, yours was out of fear. Mine was just out of, like,
I don't like spiders.
trying to figure out how it was building its web while getting splashed with water the whole time.
Don't like spiders. I'm fine with
And
it.
then I left, and I was like, hey, just so you know, I watched the spider building a web in the shower.
There's gonna be a web in the shower
There's
now that
There's
now-
definitely a spider web
now
in there.
that the water has ceased. There is definitely a spider web in the shower.
I'm pretty sure he gave
Have
up.
fun.
He was like, nope, it's hot and wet, and things are weird. in
And I've
here."
told you, spiders don't like hot moving air.
Nope.
That's how they.
Steam.
That's how they. That's how they keep them. That's how they use them on movie sets and shit like that. Is that Rum Runnas ASL now for Steam?
Yeah.
You got to do the jazz hands for it. All right. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna
We're
skip.
gonna be fluent in our own made-up version of
We
sign
totally
language
are.
soon.
Another time. Don't restart my computer. I'm going to skip to.
Florida
Oh
man.
snap!
Oh snap!
I'm a-
How much money did that Florida man get?
We'll just skim over this one. So a Florida man mistakenly received $980,000 in a tax return, and now the funny thing is, he only showed that wages of $17,000 for the year, but he put. It says, but Mr. Blanchett was actually paid $2,000 and no tax was withheld, but somehow he put down $1 million in taxes were taken out of his $2,000. So they were like, "Oh man, we took out so much money.
We overtaxed you by
So-
more than you made by.
So
a
we
lot.
gave you a refund of $980,000." And the IRS was like, "This should have never happened." And he was like, "Can I keep it?"
They gave him the money. He shouldn't have to give it back.
Yeah, but
Just put in a Swiss. Is that a crime?
yeah, that's fraud.
What if he's just like, I
If
didn't
he-
know.
if
I
he
thought
were-
no. Because here's what the thing
You're
is.
supposed to contact the IRS in the event of a gross overpayment,
How would he know if it was overpayment?
because he made $2,000 in a year,
Maybe he's dumb.
and on his W-2s he wrote down $1 million taxed.
Listen, what if you know how like all those things? It's not like definitely has to be true, but it's like to the best of my knowledge. How? What if you don't know how much you've been taxed out of the money you didn't pay taxes on? What if he's like, yo, legit, I should have made $1 million.
I should have made
$1,002,000.
$2,000.
That's what I feel I was worth. The government took.
$1 million.
What's the percentage of that?
That is like
1,000,000% of my taxes.
that's almost 1,000,000%.
They took 1,000,000% out of my tax.
Because
That'd be what,
if it was
$2,000?
$1,000,000%, $2,000, that'd be $2 million.
Listen, all he needed to do was like, I filled it
I
out
don't
to the
know.
best of my knowledge, and then be like, no, you didn't. Be like, prove it.
Well, at that point, they would have to be like, "Give me back the money." And if he was like, "You gave it to me," then it's a crime.
How they gave it to him?
As soon
What's
as
the crime? Them
as
trying
soon
to
as
rob him?
you are
First of all, here,
informed
listen.
that it was a mistake and refuse to give back the
Listen.
money,
No,
now
no,
you're
no.
stealing.
This is bullshit. Because the
I'm
government's
not saying
already
it's cool.
robbing him of his money.
I mean, the man only made $2,000 in a year. His life can't be that great.
The government's robbing us all the time. And then they stole $1 million of his income.
Didn't steal $1 million of his income.
And then
he had $2,000 of not taxed income.
First of all, no one gets 100% of what they're taxed. The government did a bad job no matter what. I did not get 100% of what I paid in taxes back.
Well, no, once again, he put over $1 million because they said around $1 million.
I'm going to do this just so that I know what it looks like to have $1 million in my bank account now.
It's going to go so bad because they said that there's things in place that are supposed to automatically flag that.
Yeah, and it didn't. So they clearly thought he deserved it, and now the government's just trying to steal his money again.
But they didn't steal it in the first place because he made $2,000 of not taxed income.
They taxed him $1 million.
Which I want to know how they did that, how he filled out a W-2
without being taxed.
You'd fill out a 1099. This guy just all fucked up, and it was so fucked up that the IRS is like, I don't know how to deal with this.
That's why he got that money.
$980,000.
He was like, I didn't even make enough money to pay taxes this year, but I'm going to fill out W-2 anyway. I'm going to file my not taxes and see what happens. And they were like, well, because you filed not your taxes, you get $1 million.
And you made up numbers.
You get basically $1 million back. So here you go. And he's like, cool, thank you. And then they're like, you made a mistake. Give us our money back. And he's like, no, you made a mistake, and a gift's a gift.
We'll keep a close eye on this story and see if he gets to keep any of that money.
I think
my money is on not. That he's not going to get to keep even a cent of that money.
He keep all of it.
Okay. But I just have a feeling in my soul that he's not going to get to keep any of that money. That's just me. But what do I know?
I'm going to become a sovereign citizen and stop paying taxes. That's legal.
We'll just start a religion. We've talked about this.
I watched the thing the other day where a dude had like a temp tag, but he had a temp tag from another state because he bought the car in a state and he was driving it to his home state. Yeah. So he had the temp tag from the state he was in, and his home state was like really far away. And the government, like, they stopped him. Like, the police stopped him.
The government stopped him. Like, Senate pulled him over.
The government watchdog stopped him. I'll stop before it becomes offensive.
Yeah, before it becomes bad. Yeah, okay.
That thin blue line. Anyway, I'll cross it. Tempt me.
I'm not tempting you. I'm allowing you to continue your story.
Anyway, so he gets pulled over, and the cops already have like their guns like halfway drawn because they're suspecting that he's going to be a sovereign citizen and give them a hard time and probably try and like fight back. And he's like, no. I just bought this there, and I live here, and I'm sorry, I bought this. And he like did like a rally with it. That's why. So he had like the temp tag for the whole rally.
Yeah.
And then like moved back, and he was like, I'm not a sovereign citizen. I don't even know what that is. Like, this is a legit dealer tag. I don't know.
Yeah.
But apparently sovereign citizens just like handwrite their own license plates or some shit. Which if I was going to do that, it would just be like,
awesome.
Dicks. Poo-poo. And then I would laugh. And then, because it's too many letters, I'd be like,
you just say my dick.
No, it'd just be like dicks and poo-poo.
Because if like you ever park weird and you're in a store, they're like, can the owner of whatever you're driving at the time, cop car, can the owner of a police cruiser with the license plate
poop dick?
Dick?
But I think poop dick would be better.
Poop dick would be good.
Poop dick.
With a license plate, poop dick, please come and move your car.
Oh
I'm going to be fired now that I've stated it.
All right, so I know how like the government watchdogs watch to make sure your license plates aren't cool.
Okay. They scan them now, yeah.
To make sure they're not offensive. If I got
you're just talking about
like
in
getting
general.
like a plate.
When you request a vanity plate.
Custom one.
Yeah.
If I got it and it said poop deck, that's pirate themed.
That is. That's just sailor themed in general.
Think they'd let me have that, even though in my mind I would always say poop dick.
If
don't know
somebody
what's in my
else
mind.
didn't have it, I mean,
You can have more than 7.
I still
It's
think
definitely-
it's
that's
only
8.
7.
Fine, I'll just cut out the C.
Oh my god! Actually, what would be even
poop
better
dick.
is if you just have DCK,
Yes.
because then
And
they'd
they'll
be
be like,
like, "We can't put this," and
what
be
is
like,
this?
"It's
It's
poop, deck."
Yep.
Like, you know how on a ship there's the poop deck,
And then
and
they'd
you
be like,
swab the poop
that
deck.
makes sense, because I don't know who would say poop
And then
dick.
you
And I'd be like, yeah,
hand them
poop
your-
dick's not a saying.
Yeah, you hand them your business card, be like, "Look at the name of my business," and the business card is all piratey themed.
Then again, did you hear about the ass man thing?
No,
Oh, there's some German guy named. See, I should have looked up some of these.
you should have, and I
There's-
tell you to every single time, and then you just
There was a
don't.
dude who's trying to get a vanity plate that said Asman, because his last name is Asman.
Was Asman?
Or Asman. Yeah, but it's
Asman?
spelled Assman. It's like some German thing, and he like
Yeah.
went through a whole thing, and he's like, "Yo, they're just being racist against my name." And the government's like, "No, your name is offensive." And he's like, "Whoa, my name is offensive?"
It's like that one commercial, Mr. Dumas, Mr. Dumbass. You know, I'm your man, Mr. Dumbass. He's like, it's pronounced Dumas.
commercial.
Yeah,
There's a commercial where they just kept saying "dumbass."
yeah, it was a commercial, I think.
90s were a crazy time.
It's crazy time to be alive.
Actually, you know what's really great? It was like growing up through like the 90s into the 2000s, from when it was like having to have parental warnings and like music and stuff,
Yeah,
and then like watching things progress to where South Park was like, now we can say shit. Now we say fuck. Like, it's
yeah.
just watching
Isn't it like?
what
Isn't it like
changed
depending on what time your show is on, you could say fuck like
and
one
the
time.
amount of times.
Yeah.
But it wasn't in the back in the day. It was
Back in the day, you remember
bastard was
enti-
like the worst
entire,
you could say, an ass.
Yeah, there was like an entire episode of South Park where they were just talking about the fact that you could say shit on TV.
Yeah.
And they were just watching like this cop show, and all of a sudden they were like, "Is he gonna say it? Is he gonna say it?" He's like, "This is poop," and they're like, "Oh, damn it!" And then like it just kept going
Wasn't there
on.
even like
and
a
they-
countdown? They're
and
like,
then
we
he-
can only say it so many
Yeah.
times, and like halfway through, then start beeping.
like, and right at the end, he just went, "Oh, you got some shit on your lip," and everybody's like, "Oh my god, I can't believe it! They said shit on TV." Yeah, that was great. That was an amazing one.
Now they say like really fucked up stuff
Yeah,
on
they
TV.
do.
I don't even have cable. It's too dangerous for my children to watch.
I'll just
They
let
only
them
get to watch YouTube channels with Momo.
Exactly. There we go. But so we're gonna finish today out with another Florida story because we don't
We're gonna
usually get
bricks
to do
this
that.
out.
Okay.
Can't
So
believe you'd never used that like that.
nope, never used it. So Florida cop was suspended over amorous. I don't know why I can't say that. Amorous, not amorous. Amorous.
Amorous.
Ride to jail. Basically, this cop arrested this couple, and it was for shoplifting. He picked them up and he put them in the back of the car. He was taking them to jail, and for some reason, they weren't cuffed, or they were like they got out of their cuffs or something like that, and they just started fucking going at it, like just making out hardcore and stuff like that in the
You know
back
how
of
to
the
make
cop
out
car.
In the back of a cop car.
No.
Keith Urban has a whole song about that.
Yeah, I have never heard it, but I'll take your word for it. But so basically, apparently, also to also bring it back to something that was mentioned last week,
She gave him a full blowjob in the back of a
Bruno
cop car.
Mars, "Just the Way You Are," was blasting.
So this cop was like, "You guys are going to jail for a long time. Make it count."
Pretty much, the cop was just like, he saw that it was happening. It was just like, you know what? It's fine. And they were like, you can't let people do that. And he was like, look, they weren't
Why?
having sex.
I would just be like, "But why?"
He's like, I checked. I was making sure. And there was no in the pants stuff. I don't think there was an in the pants stuff.
No, just imagine like he was like, "I turned the dash camera around."
Yeah, it just says holding each other, cuddling, and kissing. I mean, that's and then afterwards, which I kind of feel like there was some
Full-blown anal.
there was some in the pants stuff then, because afterwards he even let the chick smoke a cigarette, or the guy smoke a cigarette. He let someone named Lee. You never know. I didn't read who was who, but
You didn't read Who's Who in American blowjobs in the back of a cop car, people?
Oh, sorry. He allows Lee to smoke a cigarette that Mullen Dick had behind his ear in the car, which is
wait,
in the car.
Wait.
Okay, now that's a little bit fucked up.
Wait. So Lee Mullen dicked?
It was Lee, was the girl.
Yeah.
And her boyfriend, his last name apparently was Mullen Dick. So they were...
In my mind.
They're married.
No, that's like a bear. Like attacking a dick.
Like Mullen Dick.
Like a mauling a dick. That's what I heard. I was like, oh my god, that guy's last name is so violently sexual.
So Lee was just Mullen Dick in the
yeah,
back.
man.
Like she was just like, ah. No, that would have been great. But no. But apparently she smoked the cigarette in the car. Because Mullen Dick.
How do you smoke a cigarette? Wait, all right, so.
I don't think
if they're
they were
handcuffed.
Cuffed. I don't think they were.
There's definitely in the pants stuff.
Right?
She was all like making eye contact with the cop.
I mean, I feel like it would have been over the pants stuff. In a cop car, maybe they would have been reserved, and it would have been over the pants. So it would have been like this.
Or Mullen Dick was making eye contact with the cop. Anyway, so if I was Mullen Dick...
Sorry, there was above the pants stuff.
Above the pants stuff?
Or there was...
Above the pants stuff? She was just like, I'm going to rub your nips.
Sorry, there was...
Above the pants stuff.
Okay, this continues for...
Are you going to say in the pants stuff?
Okay, so this is what it says. I'm just going to read it. The report states that due to Lee and Mullen Dick's body posture and arm movements, it is apparent Mullen Dick and Lee are sexually pleasuring each other with their hands.
I've done that in the back of a girlfriend's car while
Back
her
of a
dad drove
cop
us
car?
places.
Back of a cop car, though.
No, I think a girl's dad is just as scary.
With a camera on you and being taken to jail and...
It makes it better.
I mean, it would, make it better.
That's why
But
I'm
this
saying
cop-
I would make eye contact with the cop.
This cop
I would be
is
like,
most likely going to get fired for this.
listen, he got a story out of it, and that's what's worth it.
But I mean,
How
can you
if it
fire
were me,
somebody for getting in the way of love, for not getting in the way of love?
You're gonna turn this into a weird PSA.
They
You're gonna
loved
prevent
each
me
other.
from my part,
Yes.
which is just imagine your girlfriend's jerking you off,
you're just staring into the eyes of a cop that
and the
arrested
cop
you.
that arrested you is looking in his mirror, and you're just making eye contact, and you
just
know,
hear, just the way you are.
you know that he knows that you know that in that moment, you two, you're brothers, you're bonded forever.
When I see your face. Do you think he finished before he got there?
I don't know.
I'm just
Not if it only was hand
Just say-
stuff.
What if she was really good?
No.
This show is oddly anti-hand job.
Dude, no, I'm not
I'm
anti-hand job.
I'm starting
I'm
to-
not anti-hand job.
If you go
I'm
through
just
our
saying-
catalog,
I'm just
there's
saying,
a lot of anti-hand job
hand
stuff.
jobs are really, really good when you use your mouth.
And when you're in the back of a cop car, you really don't have a lot of options.
I'd still push for it. I'm
Ladies.
up for a challenge.
If your man really loves you, and he knows
He'll go down on you in
that
the back of
you-
a cop car.
that you and he are going away for a while, he will.
Let you blow him in the back of a cop while making eye contact with the cop the
Yeah.
whole time.
He'll either let you blow him in the back of a cop car, or he will
Blow
go
you
down
in
on
the
you
back of a cop.
in the back of a cop car. That's love, and this cop should not be punished
No,
for allowing love.
Let Officer Malin Dick's
No,
friend.
it's the officer's not Mullen Dick.
I
the
said
guy's-
Malin Dick friend.
What was the name of the cop? Damn it, because we need to start a thing for him now. McNeil, Officer McNeil.
Is this gonna be like that one time? Are we gonna start like a thing like when that lady got fired from Wendy's or whatever? And there's like that huge petition to
Cracker
get her
Barrel.
a job. That's right.
The Cracker Barrel lady.
that was the best.
After 15 years of service, how are you gonna fire Sharon?
That was so big.
Yeah. It was be like, you know what?
which is just what Officer whatever said when he saw McNeil said when she pulled out Mullen's dick. It's dick.
Mullen Dicks. With
Mullen
a apostrophe.
Dicks.
Mullen Dicks.
When Lee Mullen mauled Mullen Dick's dick.
When Lee was Mullen Dick's dick.
Now
there
it's
you go.
Dr. Seuss Day.
There, that's how it would be. It was when Lee was Mullen Dick's dick. McNeil made eye contact with Mullen Dick while his dick was being mauled by Lee.
And in that moment, he knew that he couldn't stop love.
He was basically fucking Cupid.
So what did these kids go to jail for?
Shoplifting.
Oh, they're not even going to be there long. They panicked.
No.
They're hard. They're like, we're going to be in jail for so long. But like, where are you taking us, officer? And he's like, to the back room of the store for 8 hours.
I'm taking you to holding. And as soon as you post bail, you're free to go. You'll pay a fine.
I mean, more than what you stole. Slightly.
Yeah. He's been suspended for 20 days without pay. There's cops that shoot people and get suspended for less than that.
Cops shoot children in the face and like...
Be specific. They shoot black children in the face.
Listen, it's racist for me to say the race.
Okay, it's not as racist for me to say the race. A lot of the times, cops are shooting black children in the face.
Cops shoot black children in the face for just
and
going to school.
Yeah, and they get suspended with pay.
For a day.
Yeah, for just a short period of time. And then life just goes on and people fucking forget about it. But goddamn Officer McNeil here, he facilitates love in the back of his squad car, and he gets suspended for 20 days without pay just for saying, hey, you know what? Some hand stuff and smoking a cigarette isn't that fucking bad, especially when I got Bruno Mars playing. That's love music right there. I can't stop people.
This is
from
why
being
there's no
in love.
good cops. This is why there's no good cops.
Because this is what happens to good
They
cops.
fire the good ones.
You know what? Is for anybody who sits there and just goes, you know what? Police suck. I hate police. Fuck the police. Remember police officers like Officer McNeil. The next time you are shoplifting from Walmart with your girlfriend and you both get arrested and you go, you know what? Can I do pants stuff? Officer McNeil, he served 20 days without pay so that you can do hand stuff.
It is your First Amendment right to do hand stuff in the back of a cop car.
Is that part of the First Amendment? I would like to put that with right to bear arms. I feel like it goes more with Second Amendment than First Amendment. You're not really saying anything. But someone's bearing arms. Something's gonna get shot.
I mean, it is handling a loaded weapon.
Exactly.
Go off at any time.
Don't point it at your face.
Only if she uses her mouth. Or if she just lets him finish it. I wonder if that happened. Just imagine, like, the cop's like, all right, yeah, they're really getting into doing the hand stuff. All right, she's done. She's struggling with him. It seems like he's getting chafed. Okay, and then he just hears, all right, now he's just doing it himself.
He's doing it himself. All right. He's like, now this is getting weird. Now I have to stop it. He's like, now I'm just watching a man masturbate next to his girlfriend while she smokes a cigarette.
And she's upset because she told him she wasn't doing it good.
Yep, that's exactly what it was. So
and
once
now
again,
he's using his own mouth.
So was he long? I mean, with a name like Mullen Dick, he should probably have a really big dick, I guess.
Maybe he mauls people with his dick. That's how last names come from what your parents did.
Oh my God, can you imagine if he had like an ancestor that used to just beat people to death with his dick?
My great-great-great-great-grandma was the first female executioner in the Czech Republic. And what she would do is she had this clawed hook hammer thing, and she would just maul dicks off until people died. What if they didn't have a dick? She would sew one on.
And then maul said dick
right
clean
back
off. Oh my God. But yeah, so always remember that. Before you say fuck the police, remember Officer McNeil taking 20 days for love. And I think that's where we can end this one. What do you think, Kyle?
I guess.
All right.
I guess. Just remember, a hand job's always better when you use your mouth.
Yes.
or just let them do it themselves.
Yes. Okay. Well, you can
Unless
find.
it's two dudes, because I bet a hand job from another dude would be good. We're gonna get into weird territory now.
Well, okay, we'll keep this one to 30 seconds. Yeah, probably.
Probably be really good.
Probably. A guy can probably finish another guy pretty quickly. Because he knows.
It makes me want. Like, I wonder though. Like, does he have to be bigger than you, or like, does size matter? Like, does a guy with a big dick, is he better at jerking it off than you? Because it's gonna take more. There's more blood. So it's not as easy.
I don't know.
Like a smaller dick, you can get like more of the base at one time.
But if you have a big dick, you have a different technique. So I mean, it's hopefully your dicks are relative size to each other, so that it works.
As long as they're not like one of the ones that like rub the tip. I don't like that.
That's an irritating
That's
one.
just weird.
Yeah.
Like, why do you do that? That looks like that hurts.
All right.
Too sensitive there.
So I think that's where we're gonna end it. We now know that guys probably give other guys great hand jobs.
Yo, wait! Did you not see the thing that was going around where there's like a club for straight dudes getting jerking off together?
No, I did not see that. We're not gonna go into that right now because we're gonna end it right here. So you can find us on Facebook and Instagram at Rum Runnas. You can also find Kyle on Instagram
at thecirclejerks.com.
If that's where you want to go look for Kyle, and that's where he's gonna be, there you go. But I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna throw up the graphic for where you can find him. You can also find us.
Jared, I didn't realize you were that kind of guy. It makes you want to throw up thinking about a dude jerking off another dude,
or just you.
It's all over. There's no place to run. Even if we let you out.